So it was just awkward. It was like a really awkward like teenage
The axes.
romance, you know. It didn't really lead anywhere. But you know. You know, she was like the first girl who
Spiked mace.
I guess I had a mutual interest in. There were girls before that had asked me out. It had happened before, but like most of them I wasn't interested in. Anyway, she didn't really ask me out. What happened was, our school has this like dance. It's called Morp. It's basically prom backwards, right? Morp is prom backwards. It's like a dance where it's like completely informal to the point at which you just wear like miscolored clothes, and it's just supposed to be like really silly and you know, you dress kind of obnoxiously for it is the thing. Completely informal. Everybody wears like bright neon colors, and it's silly. I didn't really go to school dances, you know, because I was kind of like I wasn't really much of a I don't know. School dances were lame, you know. I hung out with the goth kids. That's what I did. I hung out with the goth kids who became hipsters in high school. And they didn't go to any of that really. The only reason I went was because my friend went with, like, it's kind of embarrassing to, well, not embarrassing, but basically my friend was interested in this girl, I think, was part of the reason. It was the reason I think he was hanging out with them in the first place, you know, was because he thought this girl was really cute, and he was hoping to get with her. Turned out she wasn't interested in him. You know, it was the same girl that, you know, was interested in me, apparently. So it kind of got to be this little awkward triangle. But, you know, he was my best friend, so he didn't really hate me for it or anything. I obviously, I think he was a bit jealous, but, you know, it's whatever, you know. I don't. He didn't seem to care all that much. Like, we still hung out every single day. Maybe he was a little bit angry with me. I don't really know.
The axes.
The thing was, I didn't really do anything to like earn this. I didn't really know what I did. Yeah, I don't know. But basically, he started hanging out with these girls, and I would go along with him. So we ended up at a lot of house parties with them. It was like 3 girls and me and him. Oh, sometimes 4 girls. Yeah, it was the same girls every time. So not to. But yeah, they were really cool. They were really nice people. They were really fun to hang out with. But yeah, basically Morp came around, and what ended up happening was, like, we decided to go with them, because we'd been hanging out with them a lot lately, you know? And I think they had, like, it was basically my friend that told me this, is like, he's like, yeah, they want us to all go to Morp together. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, nothing was told to me beforehand. I was just like, all right, I guess, all right, that sounds fun, I guess. We'll hang out with them. But as it turned out, they had these intentions that, like, that girl was gonna dance with me, and then the other girl, who my friend wasn't interested in, but it was like her house that we were hanging out at. Oh fuck, they were. He probably talked to her more than he talked to the other girl because she was the one through which he had to make friends with, right? He had to make friends with her first, so he ended up kind of getting closer to her inadvertently, or at least she thought so.
The axes.
And so she kind of ended up developing interest in him, or she thought he was interested in her. So, she tried to get him to dance with her. I'm just saying she and her and him. I don't know if this story is getting confusing to tell. But he wasn't interested in the other girl, so it ended up like not really working out for them. But for me, I did like that girl. So that's basically what happened. Is we kind of, it was like an informal invitation to go to the dance together, which I didn't really realize that's what it was. And then we did go to the dance together, and we we danced together, which I don't really fancy myself a very good dancer or anything. Dancing for me at Morp was kind of just standing there, that's what it was. So I stood there and she danced, and it was I don't know. Well, I felt kind of awkward about it. Not about what she was doing, but like what about I was doing. I'm like, should I be doing more here? Am I ruining this? I don't really know. Just didn't know what to do, So I stood there. Plus, I hadn't really planned on like dancing. I just planned on going to the dance and hanging out. So like I was wearing jeans and like a sweatshirt. I think I had like a Monster Energy in my pocket. I specifically remember having a Monster in my pocket, like a huge can of Monster. I'm like, well, this makes this kind of awkward. This makes this a little strange. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. What is going on? Where am I? Am I supposed to jump over? See, there is a thing there. I don't know. Am I supposed to hit this? Or did I already do it? Am I just in a circle? What the fuck is that? Okay, I can't hit that. Yeah, so that's basically, that was what happened, right? We held hands and everything. It was very romantic or whatever. Ow. But the problem was I didn't really talk to her much that night. It was just kind of like, I don't know. We I didn't really talk to her specifically. So then, when it came time to like talk to her, I felt all this pressure about it. To somehow not mess up what I'd already accomplished, which I don't know what that was exactly. That's how it went about. And then after that, I was like, what do I do? And I figured out I had to ask her out. Like, I had to ask her on a date after that. And I was like, well, shit. She took the initiative originally, but I'm not ready to do this. This is not my strong suit. I have no idea how to go about this. So I had no fucking clue what I was doing, you know? I was like, what am I even supposed to do exactly? Like, where do I have to invite her somewhere specifically? Do we go to like a restaurant? Do we go to like the movies? I always felt like the movies is such a shitty place to go on a date. I always felt like it'd be better to go on a date, you know, just like go for a walk or something, you know? Like just go somewhere nice and just like hang out and like talk. Like I don't really know about like movie theaters. First of all, I think is a shitty place to go for a date because it's like you're avoiding actually talking to or looking at the person, and I feel like it doesn't really lead anywhere, you know? And then I don't like restaurants because it's like you know, you gotta eat in front of somebody. I don't even think I don't have the capacity to eat in front of people, you know, when I'm trying to not eat in front of people. It's just like when I'm eating, I'm like not talking, you know? It's just another one of those things. I don't know how I'm navigating this fucking place. It like it just kind of does make sense to me in a weird way. Like it's bizarre. I don't know why it makes sense to me, but it does. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else to say about that? I feel like that's what I should have done, because I should have gone with my gut. And my gut feeling was like, I should invite her to like go for a walk in the park or something. That was like my first thought, and I'm like, no, that's not what people do on dates. And then, you know, I was like, well, I don't know what to do then, because I don't really want to go to the movies. I don't really want to go to fucking eat somewhere. Because then there's a whole slew of issues with that, you know? Like, first of all, I gotta find a place where I may want to eat. What if I pick a place that sucks, you know? I don't know any food places. Sure, we can't just go to McDonald's or something. Dude, it's so fucking complicated. Although, I don't think it has to be. I think it's better to just probably go on a walk. Just go somewhere nice. Maybe grab some lunch on the way or something, you know? Okay. There's a gun here. But anyways, that was a long story, but like the point of the story was to get to this is just a guillotine. Well, let's check all these things.
The shield was newly crafted. Its metal shone brightly in the firelight. The crest I did not recognize. A guillotine, its blade still wet with blood.
Hidden amidst the many obscure artifacts in that museum, I discovered an ancient chronicle. This passage caught my eye. It was during these dark times, infested with the plague of the undead, that the Circle brought the Seraphan to existence. Trained to be devoutly loyal to the Circle and the perfect exterminators of the undead scourge, they were led to many victories by the righteous Paladin, Malek, protector of the Pillar of Conflict. They cleansed the vampires with fire and released their souls to more blessed realms. There is no wrath as terrible as that of the righteous. I'd read enough. At once, disgusted and intrigued, I placed the book back down in that museum.
Odd. This armor resembled that of the ward and his minions, yet the steel seemed newly fashioned and untarnished by time.
Odd.
I recognize this crest from my youth. 'Tis the sigil of the mighty lion of Willendorf, blood-stained and rusted upon this battered shield.
How do I get that?
Ve Victus!
The axes.
Yeah, I don't know. With the yeah, I don't know. That whole situation kind of messed me up for a little while. Um. Just wasn't sure how to move on from that. She ended up what?
A nobleman, seeking wisdom. Death has taught you well.
Enough philosophy. I seek answers.
Answers indeed. I have them all if you have the questions. And what are the questions for these answers? King Atmar, the only hope to defeat the legions of the Nemesis. King Atmar, paralyzed by his princess's malaise. King Atmar, the useless. Pray, good sir, what are the questions?
A pox upon your tricks and babble, old man. Answer me this. Who is Malik, and how can I defeat him?
All in time, Sirrah. Yes, time. Unless you master it, it will master you. And now it's time for your answer. Malik, defender of the Nine, and last of the Seraphim sorcerer priests. His vanity led to the slaughter of the Circle at the hands of the vampire Vorador. For his failing, his spirit was fused to a hellish set of magical armor. He has allowed no member of the Circle to fall since.
What of this Vorador?
Follow the glow of the Ignis Fatuous to the Termagant Forest.
Ignis Fatuous?
The Ignis Fatuous lights the path to hell, nobleman. Your path. Time, Kain? Next time.
This game is dank. There's a lot of lore here. I'm kind of interested in like how I might have to read up and make sure I catch all of this interesting lore in order to play all the. Okay, are these activated
I
again?
recognize this crest from my youth. 'Tis the sigil of the mighty lion of Willendorf, blood-stained and rusted upon this battered shield. Odd. This armor resembled that of the ward and his minions, yet the steel seemed newly fashioned and untarnished by time.
It's just
Hidden amidst the many
Through this magic I can stop my enemies in their tracks. Frozen in time, they can do nothing to hinder their own doom. Sometimes I draw out their fate, for the added fear sweetens their blood. Iron sword.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, and I just died.
The heart of darkness.
Don't know why, just did. Okay. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I guess that was the whole story. But basically, I went to well, that was the last time I went to a water park. That's how the story started. Last time I went to a water park, It was like, oh god, it was like a couple years after that. After we had like stopped talking and it kind of became awkward. Like I don't know, that we stopped hanging out with them altogether. I think it was partly because, you know, like my friend was mainly the one that wanted to hang out with them, and it was because he was interested in that girl. And you know, once that kind of fell apart, there was no reason for him to hang out with them anymore. So I think it was partly that. Although it may have been that we were never really invited again. You know, there's no telling how she exactly told this story, you know, but you know, maybe there was some
The axes.
weirdness there. Who could say? You know, who can really say for sure? What's this? I don't know what that was. But yeah. Oh shit. I didn't even see whatever that is. Can I destroy this?
Victus!
Doesn't seem like it.
Victus!
Termagant Forest. What's the... Not this. This. Okay. So there's a lot of water. I so far can't travel through water still. We can go check this house, I guess. Ow. Corhagen. You know, it'd be nice if they gave me fucking blood. What's up? What the heck's that?
When in mist form, I am invulnerable to physical weapons, blade and claw. I can seep through locked doors and cracks and move swiftly like a shadow fleeing light.
Huh. You don't say. Why do I just
The
keep...
heart of
Why am I
darkness.
dying randomly? What the fuck's going on here? I'm just losing health slowly, and I don't know why. Alright, misform equipped.
Sanctuary.
Oh, it's a form. Oh. Okay. Kind of cool. I'm invulnerable to damage. How long does it last, though? Oh, it's a form, right? So, probably a long time. Am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Oh, it's weird. Is it like magnetized or something?
Victus!
Yeah, she was there. So, anyways, I think I had at some point tried to talk to her again sometime later because I saw her at... That might have been... No, it was before. I think it was before. Okay, I'm not invulnerable to that. What the fuck just happened? That was weird. What? Sorry, what?
The heart of darkness.
Okay. This is definitely odd. I don't even have any magic. Yeah, okay.
The Heart of Darkness.
Victus!
Yeah, I don't know. I called her because I saw her at a. This is not good. Anyway, no, I think it's. Yeah, I can't remember because she was still pissed at me. I think at the gym thing, so I can't remember which one was first. You know, she might have been pissed at me at both, but like I saw her at the water park, and I don't know. It was a little weird because she went to the same gymnastics center as my sister, so. Which my sister didn't even believe me when I told her the story. Like, yeah, I tried to go on a date with her, and she's like, "Nah, she's too pretty for you." And I'm like, she didn't believe me. I'm like, what the fuck? It's true. I don't know why I'm like, Josh, I don't think she would be interested in you. Like, oh, okay, thanks. It's really nice. So... Yeah, I saw her at the water park. There's nothing else to that story, but I think that's the only other interesting thing about going to the water park. Everything else, I basically hung out with my sister the whole time at the water park. Like, it was just... Like, I didn't know anyone else was there. I don't know why she wanted to hang out with me, though, was the thing. Because, like... You know, it was just me and her. And we went on all the slides and shit. But yeah, I passed by that girl several times and had to relive my shame. I felt bad. I was like, maybe I should try to talk to her. I knew what there really wasn't much I could. You know, it was what it was. So. Didn't know really that there was much I could salvage out of that, but I don't know. Maybe if I had tried again at some point, like it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of awkward. And I think what was really bad was that I just kind of gave up afterwards. It's not like she said anything, like she didn't want to talk to me ever again. It was just that I kind of just assumed that.